Chinua Albert Achebe, better known as Chinua Achebe, is a Nigerian poet, novelist, and critic who is regarded as a central figure of African literature. He was born on the 16th of November 1930, but sadly passed on the 21st of March 2013 at the ripe age of 82. People have compared his descriptive prose to that of English writer Rene Brabazon Raymond, popularly known as James Hadley Chase. They claim that if Achebe described a character, he can easily be recognized in real life. His classic Things Fall Apart was published in 1958 when he was just 28 years of age. That title was taken from a line in a poem, The Second Coming, written by W.B. Yeats. And it reads, "Turning and turning in the widening gyre, the falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart, the center cannot hold, but mere anarchy is loosed upon the world." The story talks about young Okonkwo, who through sheer determination wanted to succeed because his father was very lazy and a heavy wine drinker. His name was Onoka. So at the age of 18, and with the help of his father who was a master flutist, Okonkwo threw Amalinze the cat and became the wrestling champion in all the 9 surrounding villages of Umuofia. But when Okonkwo became cocky and wealthy, his bosom friend Obirika chastised him with the parable, "Those whose palm kernels were cracked for them by benevolent spirits should not forget to be humble." It also means that people who have been helped by a benevolent spirit should not laugh at other people's misfortune. Though Things Fall Apart remains the most widely translated, studied, or read African novel, it is certainly not Achebe's best published work. Now, during one of his very many interviews, Achebe himself clearly stated that if he was to be caught reading any of his publications, it definitely would be that book called Arrow of God. My favorite part of that novel was where Achebe described Obika, son of the chief priest Ezelu, the main protagonist of that novel. Listen to this. Obika was one of the handsomest men in Umuaro and all the surrounding districts. His face was very finely cut, and his nose stood gem like the note of a gong. His skin, like his father's, the color of terracotta. People said of him, as they always did when they saw great comeliness, that he was not born for these parts among the Igbo people of the forest, that in his previous life he must have sojourned among the riverine folk whom the Igbo called Olu. In a career spanning 6 decades, Achebe published a variety of literary works, including No Longer at Ease, 1960, Arrow of God, 1964, A Man of the People, 1966, Chike and the River, 1966, Beware Soul Brother and Other Poems, 1971, Christmas in Biafra and Other Poems, 1973, Ant Hills of the Savannah, 1987, There Was a Country, 2012, which was eventually his personal account of the Nigerian Civil War, which started in 1967 and ended in 1970. Till date, Achebe's influences cut across boundaries, just as he received over 30 honorary degrees from universities in Nigeria, Canada, South Africa, the United Kingdom, and the United States of America. He is highly regarded as the most dominant and influential writers of modern African literature, and he has been called the father of African literature. Chinua Achebe, props!